The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to John. Jesus said, "My sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish. No one will snatch them out of my hand. What my Father has given me is greater than all else, and no one can snatch it out of the Father's hand. The Father and I are one." The Gospel of the Lord. This week, Father Monty Peters died in Fredericton at the age of 80. He was still the pastor of St. Kateri Tekakwitha Parish, although for the past several months he really has not been able to celebrate Mass or the sacraments due to a quick case of inoperable lung cancer. And with his death, I was reflecting, looking at our list of clergy, that there's only one other priest ahead of me in ordination who is still working in a parish. And that's Monsignor Brian Shin, who is 12 years older than I am and 14 years longer ordained. He's the only priest before me still working in a parish, still not retired. After me, then comes Father McNeil and Father McGowan. And after them, this year celebrating their 40th anniversary, Father Paulin and Father Savoie. And then we take some more jumps before we hit the next ones. I tell you this because this is the fourth Sunday of Easter. And traditionally, the Gospel reading on this Sunday is one of the passages which speak about shepherds and shepherding. And also by tradition now for, 50 some years, this has been a World Day of Prayer for vocations because of that liturgical link with the Good Shepherd and the passages about shepherding. And so it's a constant reminder to us of how important it is to pray for vocations in our diocese. We've been very blessed to have missionaries coming to us, 3 of them from Nigeria, 2 of them from the Philippines, 5 of them from India. But we also need priests who come from St. John and Fredericton and the Miramichi and other small towns in and around that. And it's only going to be from our families that those vocations will come. So we must constantly pray for that. I also want to speak a bit. I don't know, did anyone hear a clanging of a bell just before Mass began? Well, that's the bell from St. Peter's Church. And it's now, well, not in my garage, but in the spot beside. I still am the boss. They don't put a bell where I have to park my car. And that bell is not easily moved. That bell came out yesterday. One of the final things coming out of the church. The church has been virtually stripped of all secular and sacred furnishings, from the smallest pretty much to the largest, which includes the organ, I guess, is the largest. And also wainscoting, lots of wood, doors, all kinds of things that have come out of it and found homes or will find homes in different places. And beginning Monday, the process of deconstructing the church will formally begin. Now, that doesn't mean Monday there'll be a crane up there, but I can't tell you exactly when there'll be cranes up there, and in fact, I won't. I don't want everyone up there sort of looking when that day comes. But the process is underway. there will be more. The stonework from the front will be disassembled, and I don't know where it'll appear, but I suspect it'll appear someday, somewhere in some project by one of the large families in our St. John area. And so just to let you know that this process has begun. I know how difficult it is, but we have honestly, I would say, gone above and beyond to try to find homes for virtually everything that we could get out of that church. And even though some of them don't yet have homes, at least they are out of the church. Statues, one of the mosaics, and hopefully this week the final mosaic, and virtually everything else is gone from the church. So I would also ask you to pray that the process will be safe. It's a difficult deconstruction because the church is attached to the Breezeway and Chapel of Divine Mercy Catholic School, which still belongs to the parish and the parish is responsible for. But we want, when this is all said and done, for it to still be standing so that we can then legally sign it over to them. So keep in your prayers that this will be done safely and successfully. What needs to come down will come down, and what doesn't want to come down will stay up, and that we will be able to complete this part of the process of amalgamation of these parishes and watching out for these, for the safety of everyone. And just to kind of let you know that it's not happening a day too late. Last week a beam let loose in the basement. Now it came down a few inches. This is a support beam that holds up the sanctuary. So it's a sign that the church is literally giving up its ghost, and we need it to stand up until we can properly, finally complete this disassembly of the church and preparing the property for what will be its next use. And later on I'll tell you about that.